So I have one more day of work until I am off, and Thursday, a week today in fact, I will be in London for All In weekend, and I'm just so excited that I wanted to put this video out there, because this is a response to, I've had thoughts racketing in my brain, is the tag division not good enough? Are we excited for the trios stuff? Is this better than last year's? And you know what? That's not the discourse that I want for All In. Let's just... I'll be the 1%. I'll be the 1% positive person doing videos on AEW, because why would we not be excited? Hello and welcome to FTTR, I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we're talking about AEW All In London, in particular, why you should be excited, for this show, because from top to bottom, this is a really, really strong card, and I want to dive into it. Before I do that, if you like positive wrestling talk and not just dunking on things all the time, please hit subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them as we dive into this. So All In 2023, last year at Wembley Stadium, 80,000 fans in a British stadium to watch professional wrestling. That was one of the best, most enjoyable, fun weekends I have had in my entire life. I was there with my partner. I did the Progress show. She went to see some shows, some Broadway shows, and then we had the incredible event of Wembley Stadium. Now, that to me, and I think probably to a lot of other wrestling fans, is an experience that we're going to hold for a very, very long time, because you don't get wrestling in Wembley Stadium every year. You don't get big stadium shows in the UK. That's something we've always seen on TV. That's always for America. That's always for, WrestleMania. It's for Royal Rumbles and stuff like that. But for a company that's been going for 5 years to do 80,000 seats in Wembley Stadium, that is an accomplishment, and every single person who was in that arena had a blast. It was one of the most fun experiences that I have been a part of collectively as a fandom, because it's very, very, very rare in this day and age that fandoms are united. You look at Marvel fans, you look at Star Wars fans, you look at Doctor Who fans, you look at DC fans, everyone is just arguing. And that one day in Wembley Stadium, it felt like we were all united, regardless of whether we were cheering CM Punk or booing CM Punk. It felt like a united front of wrestling fans, and that sort of togetherness, as sort of hippie-ish and sort of, cringe as that might sound, is something that I don't know if I'll ever experience again, apart from maybe at All In 2024. Because All In 2024, I think, not only steps up the matches, I think it steps up where AEW is as a promotion and where they are in the public consciousness. Because I'm not going to lie, you can probably tell if you watch my videos, I gravitate more towards the style of AEW. I do. Like the wrestling. I enjoy that more than watching a Raw or watching a SmackDown. And I think that's fine to say. I can prefer a style of wrestling to another style of wrestling. But to have that sort of unity and to have that collective experience, it's just not something that you get very often. It is very rare. I am jealous. I am so jealous, right, of all these Taylor Swift fans in a stadium, a sold-out stadium, having this collective shared experience of enjoying something. Like, that's what we're here for. It's for entertainment purposes. It's for entertainment, like, it's an entertainment extravaganza. That's what we go to shows for. And All In last year was that, and All In this year will be that as well, regardless of how many people are sitting in that stadium. But with all the sort of emotional stuff, like, I am emotionally attached to AEW. I've watched AEW from the beginning. I am completely there for it. Like, I just feel that this card is one of the most solid, most stacked, most top to bottom emotional cards that I've seen in a while. Like, genuinely, you run through this card: Toni Storm versus Mariah May, MJF versus Will Ospreay, Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker, Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. Like, how can we criticize that? And how can we sort of say, I don't want to see that? Like, that's why you should be excited. Those 4 matches alone should pique your interest. Like, if you weren't considering watching All In or watching AEW, those matches have had terrific builds. They've been really solid in terms of the character work. And I think that sort of potential backstage stuff and tribalistic fans are overshadowing the fact that AEW's All In 2024 could be the best show of the year. Like, it genuinely could. Like, it could be the best show of the year, but it feels like it's being drowned out by people who want to just talk the negative and want to shit on AEW. Because that's become the cool thing to do, and that's how people get clicks, and that's how people do it. But at the end of the day, they are a small minority. Like, they are a small minority. You can't take them at face value, because regardless of what AEW does, they are going to shit on it. And that is hard. That is really hard. When you have, like, social media, I think is terrible, and I do actually need to stay off it. But I think you need to take a distance and say, these people do not like professional wrestling. They don't. They just like being angry about things. They cannot like AEW. But to go out of your way to call people stupid and to say, I hope this company fails because of not liking the product, is asinine, ridiculous, and just borderline stupid. Because you say you care so much that you want it to fail. That doesn't make any sense. You hate it so much. If you had that much hate towards a wrestling promotion, why not turn that hate into something positive, and you'll probably get something productive done? That's how I see it. Like, I feel like the discourse right now in professional wrestling is getting really toxic, and I'm not enjoying being a part of it. And there's this shining light on the horizon, and that is Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium, if I'd have gone to Wembley Stadium to watch AEW All In as a kid, it would have been life-changing. It would have been absolutely monumentally life-changing. The fact that we have that in the UK right now, where not only we have a huge stadium show, but other wrestling promotions can put on shows around it, and everyone wins, and there's a few people trying to yuck another person's job. I think you just need to ignore those voices. And this is almost like therapy. I think this is what this is, because just the negative discourse has just got to me, particularly because I'm so excited for next weekend, that you don't have to feel ashamed or like belittled because you're excited about AEW. I think one of the most profound things that sort of come out of this is, yeah, if there was one person in a crowd at an AEW show and that was me, I'd be proud of that. Like, I would. Because AEW it matters to me. It does. And, they can book how they like. I'm entitled to critique it. Everyone is entitled to critique it. But the bad faith takes and the sort of ridiculous lengths that people go to criticize it, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. And I think we're past that now. We're past that now. AEW is its own thing. WWE is its own thing. We can just enjoy both now, particularly because AEW All In is here. It is the highlight of the wrestling calendar for UK fans. So I know I have gone on a bit of a tangent, a bit of a rant there, but overall, if I was to sell you on All In, coffin match, Bryan Danielson's potentially last match, an incredible women's grudge match, a dream match that I didn't think was possible 4 years ago, Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné, one of the best wrestlers in the world going up against one of the best wrestlers in the world, MJF versus Will Ospreay, a casino gauntlet match, which will probably see the debuts of Ricochet, potentially Bobby Lashley, potentially Michael Oku. A huge list of reasons why you should be excited. And yeah, you can be excited for All In. It's that time. We are a week away, and you can now officially just start building the hype, baby. Tell your friends, tell everyone about AEW All In, because you know what? We're AEW marks, I think. We are AEW marks, and I'm excited for this. I'm really, really excited for All In, and yeah, I hope to see you people there. Hope to see you there. Hope to shake your hands. Hope to say hello if you're going, and yeah, I hope you all have an amazing time. I will try and get some videos up before I leave on Thursday, but any videos that I do over the weekend will be shot with me phone. Not to the best quality, I do apologise. And yeah, that's the end of this video. AEW All In. Are you excited? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.